Hey everyone, Kobatanori here. This one is a little bit of a longer one. It's a commission I did for someone. Honestly, I don't remember any of my commissioners' names, so I'm sorry. But also, they're usually like usernames, and I don't really know how to pronounce them, and then I pronounce them wrong. Like, it's just a whole thing. But anyway, I should probably stop saying that. But this is a commission. I think the commissioner told me that they wanted to use it as like a book cover for a book they're publishing, which I thought was really cool. I'm glad I got to do this, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Also, for a lot of my videos, I think I want to add a little bit more of a voice component part. I think it adds a lot, even if I don't necessarily like listening to my own voice. And the main reason why I actually do make speed paints is because I like to look at my process and how I drew things years later, like years down the line. Like, I still watch some of my old speed paints, but I don't necessarily like listening to my own voice. But I think it does make it a little bit more engaging for you guys to watch, and I can see how it makes it a little bit more interactive. So basically, I'm going to be rambling a bit, going through some of my process, as well as talking about maybe tips and my general workflow and things that I think about when I draw illustrations like these. So hopefully you guys can find it helpful to some extent. This one is, it has a full background. It's a little bit more ambitious than the normal drawings that I do. But I was pretty happy with how it turned out, and I was pretty happy with the process, because normally with these kinds of drawings I struggle a lot. I have to take a step back and make a bunch of corrections. And for this one I still did have to do that, but it was a lot better than previous drawings that I've done. So I'll take that as a win. But yeah, starting off, we have the sketch, and basically, I think for a sketch what you want to do is you want to make sure that composition is good. You want to look at the overall thing, not focus too much on the details, and then after you get the general idea of what you want, you can go in and start fleshing out the anatomy, make sure that the proportions are right, and then figure out all the details. This is how I like to do it. And then I'm probably gonna end up cleaning these lines for a lot longer, but I'll check in later at a different point in the drawing where I've made more progress. Gosh, I don't even know if anyone's even watching anymore at this point. But my watch retention is a minute or 2 minutes on my videos. So I'm like, man, how do I make my videos more engaging, huh? But let's not think too much about that, though. If you guys have any particular questions that you want to ask me, feel free to comment that below. Or if you have any suggestions, tips on improvements, things that you would like to see me do, feel free to also comment that down below. And also, I guess I always forget to tell people to comment and subscribe. But also, I feel like if they did want to comment and subscribe, they would just do it, right? Me asking them to do it isn't really gonna change anything, right? Cause I know the minute when I want to subscribe to someone, it's oh, this person's art, I like it, I want to see it again, and then I just click subscribe. And is this one big promo for me asking people to subscribe? Maybe it is. I do need 1,000 subscribers to get partner, I think, or whatever YouTube has for its partner. I think that's cool. And also, I also like the idea of kind of doing a little podcast thing, especially for these longer videos where no one's gonna be watching this part. I'm aware of how these long videos go, but it's okay, because I think people will still at least skip around and find something useful out of this video, and that's what counts. I don't need people to sit here for an hour listening to me ramble, watching me clean lines for half an hour. And so here you can see that I took the sketch and I'm trying to put down some colors to try to flesh out the concept that I wanted. You can do this for a couple of reasons. I was doing it because I needed something to show the commissioner as a progress sketch, and I was these are the colors that I want, and like all that, and they have to like approve it and all that. But you know, it is a good way to plan out the colors before you start getting too much into the lines. You can definitely plan out the colors after you do the lines though. There's like nothing wrong with that. It's just for the purpose of this commission, I did some color planning. And also, someone said that my intro is cringe. They say that saying, "Hey everyone, Kobita Nori here," is apparently it's talking in third person, which I don't think it's talking in third person, but that's what they said. So if you're there, screw off. That's my intro. You're stuck with it. When I was watching YouTube in 2010, that's what all the Let's Players said. So that's how I do my intro. But also I do think it's good to like introduce yourself at the beginning of every video. Also so people know how to say your name, right? Most people just call me Nori because they don't really know how to say Kobuta. But I mean, honestly, I don't care what people call me. It's fine, no matter what nickname you can come up with. I don't know if you guys on YouTube even like know my general lore, but basically, I'm a dragon, right? But I look like a dino. Not a single person, actually maybe one person at this point, has correctly identified me based off my profile picture as a dragon. Like no one, everyone just says, "You're a dino," and I'm like, "No, I'm not a dino, I have wings." It's just a pet peeve and maybe a meme. And because of that, I hate dinos. I have another drawing that I also finished that I think I have a lot of footage from. It's another commission that I did. It's a big grassy field. I had fun with that one. I'm happy with how it turned out too. I'm gonna make that into another hour-long speed paint, and then you guys can just hear me ramble for another hour. Isn't that great? But yeah, I think for that one I'm also gonna talk about the process of that drawing too, because I think it's pretty good. And also for that one, I didn't struggle too much on it either. I think I struggled a little bit on the posing for the characters and also the lighting, but I worked it out, and it's all good. Man, I remember some of my earlier background drawings. It's like, I would take like 2 weeks break from it because I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know how to fix it. And then I'd look at it again in 2 weeks and I'd try again. And then I keep trying. Oh man, those are the days. Now it's like you know you're improving when you look at something and you're like, okay, this doesn't look good, but let's think about why it doesn't look good. And then you actually come up with an answer in less than 2 weeks. It's cool, it's cool. It's cool, and I can just fix it and I'm like, okay, this looks good. And then I'm happy, and then it's like smooth sailing. It's like, wow, is this what it's like to have an efficient drawing process? It might be. But yeah, hopefully I can get faster. I want to do more background drawings, but they're so soul-sucking. Which is why like the majority of my background work is for commissions, because you know there's like an obligation to finish it. With my own OCs or my own characters, it's like there's no one there's no like I guess pressure of like thinking, yeah, I have to finish this, right? Which is sad to me because I want to put more effort and work into building my characters and like expanding on their lore and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I'm all talk anyways. I like this music. This music is good. It's chill. It feels like I'm at like a cute little cafe. Which I don't know if it fits the vibe of the drawing. Normally I like to have like music that fits the vibe of the drawing, but it's hard to find stuff without getting like copyrighted claimed, right? When am I gonna start coloring the flowers? I want to watch myself color the flowers. Flowers are fun. I like painting flowers a lot. And I'm also kind of happy with how these flowers turned out. Yeah, I think for this drawing, I just really like how the bottom left corner turned out. Just the bottom left corner, which is a weird corner to like, I think, but that's just the one that I like. How old is this drawing at this point? It's been a while. I'm like a good almost a year behind in terms of posting for a lot of these. Actually, it might be less than a year. This might be only a couple of months old. I could check. Let's see. Scroll. Oh, it was done in October of 2022. It's currently April of 2022. I think you guys are probably gonna see this speed paint in like a couple days after I record the audio. Cool stuff. But yeah, I like to watch my process with these speed paints. I think it tells me a lot about how I draw things and how I can improve. Because I feel like sometimes I spend a lot of time cleaning things or like making things neater that really doesn't make a huge difference on the end product. I think for this one, I cleaned the lines like 2 different times. Then I did new lines on top of those lines. And I don't think it added anything to the drawing. So it's like, maybe next time I just won't do that. But it's kind of hard, right? Because for commissions, you want to keep the quality more consistent. And I'm not a super consistent person, and I think people know that by looking at my examples. But I need to keep at least, you know, mostly consistent, at least with like quality. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, this doesn't make that big of a deal. But then someone notices that it's different. And I'm like, huh, I didn't think it was different, but they notice, which means that it is different. And I should be wary of that, right? Okay, the other thing I'm wondering is, should I try to make my speed paints or like the things I talk about during my speed paints more on topic to the speed paints? Because right now I'm just rambling over art, and you know, maybe every once in a while I'll say something about the art, but right now I'm not saying anything about the art. Oh, if you see that, that's a vacuum cleaner. I think I was drawing this particular thing on stream. I was streaming this, and we were talking about vacuum cleaners. I don't know how we got to vacuum cleaners. Oh, we were talking about how there's like those small vacuum cleaners that are handheld, and it would be cool if there was an attachment that would widen it out so you could clean more area, but it'd still be handheld. That would be cool. Oh, that's a stand mixer, but that's too complicated. I'm not gonna talk about that. It'll take too long to explain my genius idea. And there's Kyobuta Nyori, a very wobbly, sad-looking cat. And this is me illustrating how I sleep on an airplane. You pull out the little tray in front of you. You put like a backpack on it and hope it doesn't break, and then you sleep on that. Because if you just try to sleep on the tray, you're hunched over too much and it makes your back hurt. See, I have the strats for everything. I know how to sleep on a plane. I can't sleep when I'm like leaning back if I can't lean back far enough. So, it be how it be. The other thing about me streaming is that like I'll be doing stuff on my screen, but I won't be like accomplishing anything big. Like I'll be cleaning the same line that's already clean multiple times. Because I can't draw and talk at the same time. I can only talk or I can draw. I wish I could talk while drawing better. It would be nice if my streams could be like talking but also drawing, you know? As like they're advertised to be. But maybe that's a skill I'll get in the later future. I remember actually struggling a lot with the anatomy on this one. And also, I'm not good at drawing shoes, but I'm actually really happy with how they turned out at the end, so I don't think I've ever drawn better looking shoes than these shoes. Which is kind of sad now that I think about it. I don't draw too many shoes, because I don't draw too many full bodies. I should draw more full bodies. Full bodies are pretty fun. Full bodies I think are hard because you have to figure out how to balance the character it's hard to make poses feel grounded in full bodies, which is why everyone says to use a reference. But I'm lame and I'm special and I don't use references. No, I should use references more. But I'm just lazy, man. It all just comes down to laziness. So now the question is, am I gonna talk for the entire hour? Or am I gonna only talk for the first 30 minutes? And then I'm gonna go on YouTube analytics. I'm gonna look at the engagement watch time and see if it improved or not. Does making a podcast during my Speedpaint improve watch time? It really might. Or maybe people just think I'm boring. But yeah, this is honestly just like a version of me rambling while doing art-related things. It's the art podcast where we watch speed paints and talk about anything that we could possibly think of. Man, curly hair is so cute. I've been drawing my own character with curly hair more recently. It looks so cute. It looks so cute. Which is sad, because like my hair IRL, it doesn't curl. It like, you curl it, you use like the hottest possible heat, it gets all weird, and then like a couple hours later it'll straighten out by itself. I don't know how it does it, it just does. It's like some people, I guess some people like put chemicals in their hair to straighten it, and other people put chemicals in their hair to make it wavy. It's like a perm thing or like a straightening thing. I don't want to put chemicals in my hair though. My hair won't be soft anymore. It's still pretty cool. There's so much hair stuff. But yeah, curly hair, as cute as it is kind of hard to draw, I think. At least I had trouble with this when I was drawing it, but I think I worked it out sometime. Oh, this is me doing base colors. Base colors are always pretty easy. I always like to show the base colors being done. It's like really fast, but I guess it's satisfying for me to watch. Oh, and this is me cleaning ruffles. I fixed the ruffles so many times, but they're not perfect. I don't think they're perfect. I've seen better looking ruffles in my life, but I am happy with how they turned out, considering I don't usually draw ruffles that much. And there were a lot of ruffles in this drawing. But also, I do like how ruffles look. I think they're super cute. I just don't draw that much, I guess. Actually, I did draw my character in a new outfit. You can find it on Twitter. That Speedpaint ain't coming for a while. But yeah, that dress has some ruffles. They're cute. They're cute. Also, I guess I do want to stream on YouTube a little bit more. I think it'd be cool, but I don't exactly know what the streaming culture is. My only exposure to streaming on YouTube is through Hololive VTubers or Niji Sanji VTubers. And I don't think that's like an accurate representation of how indie VTubers necessarily grow, right? And also, I guess I'm just not a huge fan of like the interface. I'm just more used to how Twitch does it. But maybe I'll stream on YouTube sometime just to see how it is. Okay, I think I've ran out of things to talk about. Let's see what's going on in the speed paint. Oh, I think I finished base colors and now I'm fixing all the base colors to fit the lighting. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I cut out all the spots where I cleaned the lines, so you guys didn't see too much of that. And then, you know, base colors, start shading. I think I did like go back and fix some things with the face. I wanted it to be a little bit cuter, but that's a little bit later. I'm not gonna lie, when I was like thinking about doing a full voiceover thing, I was like, man, what am I gonna talk about? But then I kind of just realized that I ramble like a little bitch. I'm sorry, I should be family friendly, shouldn't I? But yeah, I stream on twitch.tv/covidandnori. Feel free to give that a look. Maybe even Twitch Prime, if you know what that is. You guys probably don't know what that is. You guys are on YouTube. But yeah, I guess I stream on Twitch, and my streams, I'm supposed to draw, but I just sit there and I talk. I don't know what I talk about, but I just talk about things. I think my brain just goes places. Even if I have nothing to talk about, I'll get somewhere somehow. But yeah, I'm actually having a lot more fun doing this than I thought I would. I hope my voice isn't too annoying or distracting for anyone. Like maybe there's just that one person out there who just really hates how my voice sounds. And then they're, you know, maybe they like my art and they're like, man, why does this girl keep talking over all her speed paints? It's ruining a perfectly good speed paint, you know? They're gonna like watch it while they're studying or something. I don't know. Do people really like watch speed paints while they're studying? Though I feel like that doesn't work. It's fine. It's fine. I shouldn't think about that. That one person out there who just really hates my voice, and they're like, man, she just goes on and on. Also, I kind of realized that recording an hour's worth of audio means I have to filter through all of that audio. And now I'm kind of regretting my life choices. Because I'm not that great of a speaker. I don't have good speaking or like public speaking skills. I mumble a lot, I make weird sounds, I laugh like kind of strangely. And now I have to go through all of that footage that I just recorded, and I have to I have to edit all of it now. Damn it. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, in hindsight, I might not make it to an hour of talking footage. Maybe I'll make it to like half an hour. So whatever you guys have, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if it's something you want to see in the future, or let me know if it totally ruined your viewing experience of my speed paints. It's good that I know. I'll keep it in mind. I think a couple of other speed paints that I edited them a lot earlier in the year, so they're already done, and I think some of them don't really have an intro or any voiceover, so I can't do anything about those. Obviously, those are just gonna come out in due time. But yeah, for future speed paints that I cut in the future, let me know, let me know. I'm kind of having fun watching my own speed paint. This is why I cut them. It's like, you know, it sounds narcissistic, right? But I just enjoy watching art. I enjoy watching speed paints. They're fun. But yeah, we're okay. However far I make it into the video in terms of like talking content, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy the speed paint as well. with lighting, I think it's good to establish at the beginning of the drawing what you want to be in light and what you want to be in shadow. So for this drawing, you can see that I have a cool light. It's on the character, and it basically, I believe I was imagining it coming, I guess, more from the top of the drawing and also to the left. You can see how it hits her knees, her legs, how it hits some of her face and her arm, but the rest of her body is in shadow. I think establishing this at the very beginning of the drawing is really useful and helps with coloring later. The other thing that I think is important when considering color is to make sure that the colors relative to each other in shadow make sense. So this is something that I kind of struggle with too, but if you look at the white and the black, the white will be darker in shadow obviously, but it won't be as dark as the black in shadow. And I guess for me, kind of keeping things like it seems obvious when I say it, but keeping that consistent in my head is a little bit hard when you consider like the color white in relationship to the skin color. It gets difficult too. I think for this drawing, I changed the skin color a little bit later, but for the majority of the drawing I wasn't too happy with it. Like right now, it's kind of, I guess it feels very brown and I guess dark. Basically what I found is that I didn't really balance the colors properly. I think if you compare it to the white, it's a lot more like saturated than it should be. So basically what I did is I desaturated it, and I also I guess made it paler in general to fit in with the vibe of the drawing. And I think that helped. Oh, and here I'm coloring the shoes. I really like how the shoes turned out. I said this before. Oh, and flowers. This is like my favorite part of the drawing in the speed paint. I think, do I have any tips for this kind of stuff? For wood, obviously you want to get a reference and you want to try to copy the texture of the wood. It's a lot of, I guess, jagged lines back and forth. And I didn't really do it that well here in my opinion. I think some of the texturing got too, I guess, jumbled with the wood. It doesn't like look like how I wanted it to, I guess. I guess some of the texturing, yeah, it got too dark and too shadowy. Oh, and here I am fixing the face. I'm making it cuter, like I said I would. I think part of what tripped me up with this was that I originally drew the eyelashes black, but they were supposed to be white, so I had to change them, which is fine. I'm just not very good at drawing white eyebrows, I don't think. So I had like multiple attempts with this. Oh, right now I'm just fixing the eyes. The eyelashes will come later, but I think I worked something out. Basically, I don't know why, but like when you take black eyelashes and you just color them in to be white, they don't look right. You have to like outline them properly. Like here's one attempt, it didn't look very good. Like they look too furry, I feel. Oh, and there's the eye bags that I did. But yeah, basically for white eyelashes, I think it looks best if you like just line the eyelashes and then color it in white, in with white, not try to like put white in over the black eyelashes like what I did. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's fine. The other thing I really like to do with this kind of lighting is when light comes down and hits an object, sometimes that light can reflect off of that object and hit other objects, which is why you can see me doing the airbrush thing to make areas around the light parts like lighter. I think it's a nice effect. I really like that effect. Ah, there's attempt number 3, I think, with the white eyelashes. Yeah, see how it doesn't look right? It looks too furry. And they don't look really white. I'll work it out later. Oh, see, there it goes. See, So you outline the eyelashes first, and then you just base color them in like that, and then you shade them appropriately. It looks better for some reason. I don't know why. It looks less furry and more like actual eyelashes. I think I also had a hard time like making the eyes, the eye color, look right compared to the rest of the colors. I think they like stick out too much, which is hard because I think they're supposed to be like glowing green eyes, but if they're supposed to be darker, it's hard to make them look like they're glowing. I don't know, it's just something I was thinking about when I was trying to fix all the colors. I think I did work it out in the end. I think it turned out okay. Oh, and here's attempt number 2 with the wood. Oh, scatterbrain. I jump back and forth with coloring things so much. I don't finish coloring things and then move on. I color it for like 10 minutes, then I move on to something else. I don't finish anything. This is probably why I don't have a super efficient workflow. I like this part a lot. This is where I start to paint the flowers. And I don't line my flowers. I mean, sometimes I do. Occasionally you'll see me, but I don't really like lining flowers. I like to paint them a lot more. My general process is I just, first you want to get down the general shape. You can establish what should be in shadow and not in shadow with just one color. So basically like cell shading almost. I use the, I guess it's called the preserve opacity layer thing, so that, you know, I can color on the same layer without coloring out of the lines. And so you can see that I have colored the inside of the flowers. I'll just ignore that, that's a tree. I colored the inside flowers with a darker color, and then the rest of the flowers more light. I'm adding some highlights here. And so basically you want to start with shadow, what should be in shadow and what should be in light. And then after that you can go in and put in all those funky colors that you see artists do. So like I put in some saturated purples, you can see that. And I think later I'm going to put in some other blues and other stuff. That's how I do it. I don't know how other artists really do it. And I think it looks nice. This is what, attempt number 3 with the coloring of the wood. Let's see if I get it right this time. I think I gave up. I think I moved on to shading ruffles that already look kind of done. Efficient workflow, yeah! I think I struggled with the sky a lot. I'm not the best with perspective, and I think there was some perspective in the sky that I needed to work out. But also, it was supposed to be a very starry sky. I guess I don't think I'm very good at coloring clouds and stars in general. But I think I worked something out at the end. I definitely spent a lot of time with that sky. I also don't have any good like scatter brushes for the stars. They don't work how I want them to work, I guess. Or maybe I just don't know how to use them right. Maybe that's why they don't work. I think this is where I finally fixed the eye colors and the eyelashes. Add some white ones. I think I painted over this. I think I got sick of dealing with layers. But yeah, I think the green here fits a lot better. It makes the eyes look less glassy and less like standing out in a not good way. So this is good. And this is me trying to add the glow. Oh, and here for the flowers, you can just see that I'm putting in a little bit more of a shadow on the bottom of the flowers to make them, I guess, feel a little bit more round and real. Oh, I think this is where I fixed the skin color. Yeah, it looked too muddy to me before, and she's supposed to be like this, I guess, very pale, sickly child. I believe that's like her character lore. So I think desaturating it helps a lot. Because even though skin is like normally like pretty like brown toned, if it's in shadow and if it's in this kind of lighting, you'd want to fix it to be more suitable for the colors around it. Oh, and here I'm adding some more refining shadows. Basically, you just put like hard shadows where you think they should go with the leaves. Oh, and after you do that, you can put in some nice bright purple saturated colors. And there are some little sprouts just for extra detail. It helps them look more like actual flowers rather than like fake flowers or something. And I think this is the end of the speed paint. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the voiceover. I do really like how the shoes and the flowers turned out. That bottom left corner is my favorite part of this drawing. But yeah, I hope you guys could learn something or find something useful with this speed paint, and see you in the next one.